Factor follow-up segment tonight, ripping off the American taxpayer. As you may know, the nation now owes close to $17 trillion, a disaster. And one of the reasons for that is the incredible debt that the federal government runs up by wasting money. Here's a good example. There's a program called Lifeline that costs us $2.2 billion a year. That entitlement provides a discount on phone service for low-income Americans. Also, some phone companies give away telephones as part of the Lifeline situation. In 2008, the lifetime budget was $822 million. Last year, that had risen to an astounding $2.2 billion under the Obama administration. Recently, a whistleblower group called Project Veritas, truth in Latin, launched an undercover investigation of the program. One of the undercover stops, Philadelphia.
Once you guys give me the phone, it's my phone. I don't need to bring it back or anything?
No, the only way you got to bring it back is, let's say you're not longer on that insurance that you signed up with, then you have to bring it back. But other than that, it's yours.
Okay, gotcha. So I can like sell it and stuff.
Whatever you want to do with it.
Okay, so get some money for heroin.
Hey, I don't judge.
So the free phone can be sold for drugs, and the Lifeline worker doesn't seem to care. Similar thing happened in Minneapolis.
I do this here, and unfortunately, there are people on drugs. They get this phone, and they go get $40.
If you get it for free, you should get something else for free.
So you're basically doing whatever you want to do with it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, I'm not on drugs, but there's a really awesome pair of shoes at the store right now.
$2.2 billion, a lot of laughs. With us now, James O'Keefe, the president of Project Veritas, and the author of the new book, Breakthrough, Our Guerrilla War to Expose Fraud and Save Democracy. So first of all, it's a little confusing here. These telephones aren't given away by the government. They're given away by private phone companies that are tied in to this Lifeline program. Explain that.
That's right. There's a federal program called Lifeline. They receive about $2.2 billion a year. And they get corporate subsidies. They give out corporate subsidies to companies like Terracom and this program in Philadelphia, Stand Up Wireless. And they, in turn, get the money, and they give out the phones using your dollars. It's fees on your cell phone bill through your fee surcharges on your phone bill.
All right, so the government gives tax money to these phone companies, and they can do with whatever they want with the money, but they have to subsidize poor people in getting wireless communications,
It's
right?
intended to help poor people, but what we found is that it in fact hurts poor people and might even benefit wealthy individuals. These CEOs and donors that receive money from this program, people like Carlos Slim, who receive $10 per phone, each phone that's given out. So there's an incentive built in.
How did Slim, who's the world's richest man, how did he benefit by this program?
Well, he gets $10 per phone because he's one of the recipients of the money that
All right, so federal money is coming into Slim's company.
Right.
Right. So he's getting $10, and then he institutes the Lifeline program as he sees fit. He gives discounted phone call rates and things like that.
Right.
All right. Now, when you do something like this, you're always going to be accused of, slighting the poor, and they should have this, and you got to lift them up. And you say what?
I say that this, like all the things we've done at Project Veritas, we've done investigations into a lot of different organizations: Medicaid fraud, Acorn fraud, voter fraud. All of the time, every time we do an investigation, it forces a response. It forces people to resign.
Yeah, the Philadelphia company fired all the guys and said, yeah, it's okay to sell the phone for heroin. They're all fired.
Every single person we visited advised us we can sell the phone for drugs. So it's not just an isolated incident.
I don't believe it is either. I think you're absolutely on target. I think these entitlement programs are totally out of control. Let's talk about your book for a minute. You became famous when you were convicted of a misdemeanor for breaking into Senator Mary Landrieu's office, right? And your parole was up June 1st, so now you're a free guy, right?
I'm a free man. It was actually probation.
Probation, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You didn't go to prison. You write about it in the book, but you defend yourself. You say you didn't commit any crime.
Yeah, we've been through the Breakthrough book is incredible because it takes you on a journey through all the things we've been through. The government destroyed my evidence in Louisiana and charged me with a crime I didn't commit.
But why didn't you fight it then? Why didn't you take it up to the jury? Why did you plead out?
Didn't have any money. It's hard. You have a lot of obstacles.
You couldn't get a pro bono lawyer down there to help you?
I got a great lawyer, but when you're dealing in the Federal Circuit down there, it's very challenging. And they destroyed our evidence. And that's not the only thing we dealt with. We did voter fraud investigations last year, changed the laws in a few states.
There's no doubt, James, you're a target. I mean, come on. You're a target. You know, you're a high-profile guy. You're going around embarrassing the liberal entitlement programs that are coming after you. But I don't know whether I would have pled that out. If you really felt that you weren't guilty of a crime.
Going back, I would have done things differently. I never would have anticipated. They would have restricted my travel for 3 years.
Oh, they're going to come after you with everything they got, man. You're lucky the IRS isn't crawling all over you.
We had reason to believe the DOJ was leaking my emails to members of the media. We've settled defamation lawsuits with members of the media. So the book is about my journey. It's about the price you have to pay, because it's not going to be some politician or some media figure who's probably going to save us. It's going to be normal citizens paying a price, exposing fraud, because sunlight is the best disinfectant. It's the best weapon against fraud and corruption.
All right. The book is Breakthrough. James, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
We come right back.